Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here in Halls of Torment. Today I'm going to show you the Infinite Explosion build. We're going to use the Swordsman for this one. Show you what the loadout is. We're going to go in and use the Echoing Band Reach. So on hit with physical damage, chance to spawn a shockwave dealing 40% of the original damage, and it scales with our area. Because it scales with our area, we're going to put the Area Duelist Spark as well as the Vision Crown. This one gives us 60% area while we're moving, so we're going to be running around for this one. Because it is physical damage that procs this, we're going to use a bunch of items here to increase our physical output. So when hit, drops 20 spikes that deal physical damage. We're also going to use a Defiant Plate with the Physical Blast. We're going to use the Infestation Pest Ring over here because this is physical as well. We're also going to use the Thorn Fists that scale with our max health. This is also physical, so all of these items are going to be proccing our Echoing Band, and the explosions are going to be huge thanks to our area. Now, because we have not much healing here, we're going to use Mark of the Sanctity for the extra healing. Now, if you wanted to run a little bit of a lower Torment level, you could do Mark of the Sword, you could even do Mark of the Shield, or any of the defensive sort of ones. Now, I'll show you what the setup is over here in the scripter. So, Swordsman. I put 100% into area. We stack 900 into max health because of the Thorn Fists, and then a little bit extra into damage. I just dumped the rest of them into damage there. And today, we're going to go on the Forgotten Viaduct. We're going to do Torment 23. You can push it a bit higher, but I wanted to take off stuff like Living Darkness so you guys can actually see what's going on here. Now, as we get into this one, I just want to thank everyone who helped us get to the 1,000 subscriber mark here on YouTube. So if you did smash subscribe at any point in the last, 6 months or whatever, thank you very, very much for that. And let's get into this. As you can see, man, we're already causing crazy explosions. Let's start with even more attack speed over here. As you can see, the idea of the build will just be cause as many explosions as humanly possible. We have the lens on at the moment, so we're actually going to get rid of that. And we'll go attack speed. Dedication. You know what? We can take a bit of defensive stuff out of there. Let's take that and take pickup range. And we like this one. We are, in fact, going to dupe some defensive stuff here in terms of regeneration. Because, as I said in the intro part there, we don't really have any regen on the build, so... now we're going to try and avoid those ghosties too, because they do a lot of damage. Now, taking extra defense will increase the physical blast damage too, so we're going to do that as well. As you can see, we're already spreading a significant amount of explosions around the field here. At a proficient stance, we probably want... melee range is pretty good. Attack speed and crit is alright too. I think, well, maybe we'll go the melee range here. Let's take even more area. Excellent. We don't really need the block. I don't think we're going to be a blocker in this run. Let's go for crit chance. So crit chance is always pretty good. We'll increase our explosion damage. Okay, crit bonus. Let's take the crit bonus too. Now we're only going to take physical abilities as well. That's one of the reasons I took the needles first. Man, look how big the needles are with this much area too. Kind of crazy. We could run up here and grab the extra tomes early too. That's the one we said we wanted out of there. Let's take that. Why don't we head up towards the two scrolls up the top here and just litter our spikes everywhere on the field. Okay, damage is alright. I think we'll just go attack speed out of there. We'll take the pickup range for now. Let's go for a run. In fact, we got another tome right here. What do we want to take early on? Maybe Ring Blades, since it is physical. And if we get that to the Cyclone upgrade early, it's going to be really, really nice for what we're doing. I'm going to drop another one over here. We'll take the Regen. This is basically to stay alive. This is going to be our healing. We're not using any crazy healing items like the wrappings or even that Blood-Soaked shirt, which is pretty good as well. Since we're not going to use those, we are going to dupe some regeneration stuff here during the run. Okay, we're not too far away from these top scrolls. Let's go for them here. Yeah, a little bit of a warning on this one. If you have a sensitivity to flashing light, this build is not for you. But it does get pretty crazy as we go here, as you'll see. Okay, let's take that one. Defense and regen together is always really good. On almost every build. Morningstar is also physical. We could take that. You know what? Let's start with these three for now. Maybe we try and level them a bit to get to level 3. You know what? We like the Fragile too. Look how big the Morningstar is. Alright, let's take more attack speed. Base multi-strike. Ooh, yeah, we like that. Now, you might not, at the end of the day, you might not need to actually duplicate the two regeneration 20% ones that we did, but we're going to play it safe there. You know what? Let's take the Bulwark Waltz on offer too. You can see the amount of explosions that are already going off here. Base damage is interesting. Attack, speed, and force. Yeah, you know, all of them are pretty good there. We'll just take that one for now. I would like to take Butterfly Swing early here, probably, to get 2 of them going. Attack speed is really good on the blades. Try and get that to 3 to get the Cyclone. Multi-strike is really good too. Okay, we got one there. Let's take, maybe we'll take the scroll up the top there first. Ah, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's go down here. Okay, base damage on this thing is also pretty good. The more damage our abilities do, the more damage that the explosions will do. So we don't mind taking base damage and stuff like that. The Phantom Split is really strong, or we could take Butterfly Swing and Spike Chain. You know what? Let's start with the Split here this time. Even more explosions straight away. And we like the crit bonus there too. Now, we're not critting everything here. Stuff like our Physical Blast and the Thorn Fist, they're not going to be critting anyway, so... that's fine. Let's go with base damage and crit bonus. Sounds nice. Let's go up to this one here now. We do like taking the Thick Hide. Let's take that. Okay. Dedication. We like you. You know what? More attack speed on these things is really nice for our current situation here. Out of the way, big heads. Unleash Stars, Piercing Blades. It's good. It's not what we want early. Butterfly Swing. All right, we'll take you. All right, let's head back towards the rest of the stuff down there. Now, we're going to save one more for the level 60 trait from the Cleric, which is probably, at the end of the day, the thing that's going to keep us alive in here the most. Let's go. Melee range. Our regen is okay at the moment. Already took the one there. Let's take that one. Long fingers, base health. You know what? We can boost our health up a bit more here too. Okay, we got Cyclone. Very good. Okay, we did get another tome up here now. Now I guess we could take another ability. It doesn't really hurt. Or we could keep leveling these ones. Proficient, weapon. What do we want from the weapon one? Maybe range and area there. Let's do a roll. You know what? We got some base defense. We take you to stay alive. As you can see, we're slowly sort of regenning a bit here now, so we're not in a bad spot. You know, we could take another ability here too. Keep going on that. Get our health back up a bit. So this one is physical, this one is physical, and we can make this one physical as well if we really want to. Let's start with the Golem. Okay, let's keep going on. The Ring Blades. I'm not really too fussed which upgrades we take. You know, stuff like attack speed and damage is going to be really nice, but then again, so is crit chance, so it doesn't matter too much. I wouldn't worry, wouldn't fret, so to speak. Okay, again, not really the one we want the most. You know what, let's take it. Let's get our stances up to level 60 here, so we can fully take advantage of the build. Okay, we're not getting the other one we want right now. I think we'll Oblivion you. And we'll take you, I think. I don't think we don't have the we have the artifact on that does not allow us to unequip the green, so we're not really going to worry about the purple items in this one. You could boost your damage a bit more by taking the purple items, but that wasn't really the point of the build. The point of the build here is to make as many explosions as possible. As you can see, it's quite effective. We could take another ability, and maybe we wait until this is leveled. I'm going to take this one here now. Got a bit extra speed from the pickup we got there, and we're invincible. Okay, pickup range, crit. Let's go Morning Star over here. Let's try and get these stuff to level 6 here, maybe, actually. Before we start taking on more abilities. Because the last couple of abilities aren't super amazing. Multi-strike is probably the most desirable, but also damage is good, so we'll take you. Try and get some of this stuff up to 6 here now. Man, the amount of explosions going off here at any given time. Kind of crazy. Blade size and range. Again, probably not the two we really want out of there. Let's take Bulwark for more defensive purposes. I could also try and play it a little bit safer here, but I'm just trying to litter the field. Oh, look, we picked something up anyway. All right, well, do you guys want to see some really big balls? They are very large. Okay, base attack speed, we do not mind that one. Let's see if we can get the spiky chain this time. Very good. A nice little gold pile over there for us. Okay, damage for summons for minus defense. I don't think we're going to bother with that stuff for now. Let's take more regeneration here. Still want to get our first two abilities, so we picked up to 6 here. Speaking of which, force and range. We probably want attack speed more, I'd say. Again, we got those two. You know what? Let's roll here and take more health. All right. Yeah, I feel bad for anyone that has flashing light sensitivity stuff going on. You can't play games like this, I'd imagine. I'm not really too sure. Maybe people test their limits, though, with it. I don't know. You wouldn't want to if it causes you serious problems, though, I think. Okay, we're not really getting what we like. Slow is kind of interesting. It's not really the focus. Force is okay for what we have here. I'm not opposed to taking some force. Okay, we've got a lot of tomes and stuff dropping now. Okay. Okay, pick up range. More area? Oh, too kind. See if we can make even more explosions here. Okay, we like that for more damage on our explosions. I'm not sure we're really tanky enough to just stand right in the middle of them. Plus, we have the helmet on that we get more area while we're moving. So we are going to run around on this one. We could probably just kite the big heads around here and just do tons of explosions on them anyway. Okay, we did get attack speed. Hallelujah. All right, let's take... I guess we'll do a drive-by on the chest there. Well, now we'll take the fragile one, which is this one. It deals magic damage, though. Yeah, maybe that's not the right play. Well, we did it anyway. Fragile is not bad to have out there on the field, so I'm not against doing that. We're not going to take Transfixion or Aura in this one anyway, so having a little bit of extra fragile from that is not bad. Okay, let's try and get the needles up to 6 here as well. Again, we can just take damage and cone size and stuff over here. Not too bad. Now, if you're playing at a slightly lower Torment level, or if you wanted to put on, like, the Black Fog, and that instead, you could, you know, use some of these items. Unfortunately, I've got that artifact on, so we can't actually equip that stuff right now. Okay, we like Fragile. Take you up to 3. Okay, we'll keep going here. These balls are so big now. Maybe we have to do the big balls revisited. Make them even larger now that have more Torment shards. We could make them swing, but I don't really feel like it right now. I don't know if we'll do that. I mean, we're just not really getting what we want out of here. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of you and take that. See if we can get our needles going here. Okay, we are 62 now as well, so we should potentially see our Cleric's Dedication show up here at some point. Which will put our healing in a pretty good spot. Man, the amount of explosions going off here is kind of ridiculous. Okay, we've got the Swordsman Dedication. That is the wrong one, good sir. Let's take crit stuff for now. Try and get the cleric stuff to show up here for me. Do we need to take the other stuff up to a higher level? You know what? We're not gonna worry about another ability right now. Base force is pretty good over here though. We'll take you. Trying to get that weapon proficiency stuff up, but not working for us. See if we can get the actual real dedication or what, you know, we can take crit bonus here. Cleric's Dedication will give us that additional HP regeneration per second, so it's going to be pretty huge for survivability. As you can see, we've been hovering around half health most of the run anyway, so we're okay at the moment. Absolute insanity just kiting these guys around. Okay, crit. Okay, we did get some cleric stuff over here. Okay, magic damage, we don't really care. Debuff chance is kind of alright, though. You know what? Not opposed to doing this and doing this right here. Alright, now our regeneration should be pretty good. Okay, we keep running into this stuff. We could take a Dragon's Breath, but you know what? We haven't even leveled our thing to 6 here. The thing being the needles. Okay, here's the needles. You know what? I'm just going to take you. So we can grab another one of these tomes. I mean, so many drop of these high torment levels. Okay, magic damage. We don't care for that one. We'll take the slow on hit and extra crit. The magic damage stuff is nice, but since the magic band, echoing band, it doesn't scale with area, unfortunately. Let's take that to get out of the pool here. Extra debuff chance is kind of fun. We'll put some more fragile out there so our explosions can do even more damage. Okay, would be interesting to do this one with the purple gear stuff as well, but you know, we've done a few builds in recent times where we abuse taking the purple gear, so we're going to do a nice casual green gear only run here. Nice casual, I say, at Torment 23, which is actually a pretty high Torment level to do this sort of stuff at. But as you can see, it's very effective anyway, so, you know. Up over 4,000 HP. Yeah, look how much regen we have. It's gone crazy now. Let's keep going on that. What is our regen, by the way? 32.8. Pretty good, I'd say. Per second, that is. Okay, let's keep going. We're just going to try and level all our abilities here. I don't see any grabber hands at the moment dropping, though, unfortunately. Which means we can just sort of farm the enemies here. Let's maybe quickly check in with our... Where does my mouse go on, though? There's so much going on the screen, I can't see. Okay, there it is. Check in on our echoing band over here. Oh, I think 150 million. I thought that was going to be crazier, but... We can scale it up yet. Now, the damage it does is, like, what is it, 40% of the base damage dealt? Okay, we don't mind taking the health stuff here either. Range, we kind of prefer melee damage here, I think. Let's take the piercing winds, though. Now, again, we didn't spec super hard into DPS for this one. This is all about maximum explosions. As many explosions as we can possibly get out in the field at once. Okay, attack speed for physical is really good here too. Do you want to take multi-strike? Projectile and melee together is pretty nice for what we're doing. What is the, this is force, which is also not too bad. I think we'll go... Yeah, I don't know, do we need melee for projectile? That kind of messes things up a little bit. We do have way more projectiles than melee right now, but... You know what? We can just take this one and maybe lock this one in. We'll spend the extra potion over here. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can spend it on some Morningstar stuff, actually, now that I think about it. All right. Well, I'm just talking myself into just taking these as they are. So, yeah, of course, you could do this with pushing the Morningstar up as high as it'll go. We got more base health over here, too. You know what? Let's drop one here. Take some more area. Yeah, so you could do this and just spec pretty hard into force too, and your explosions won't be as big, but they'll be doing more damage, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a trade-off, but I don't want to do every build exactly the same on the channel, so this one is a little bit different. And as you can see, it's highly effective anyway, so... Okay, we did get the melee damage for minus range. I don't really care about the minus range that much. Look at the balls now, though, with the minus 30 range. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Alright. I'll keep running into these things, you know what? Take me up. Take me up the XP curve. Alright, let's take the base health. That'll... Yeah, nice. That'll increase our Thorn Fist damage by quite a bit too, so... Can we just get hit? And out-heal them? Not quite. But that's alright. As you can see, it's all about the explosions anyway. Okay, we can actually add another ability, I guess, if we wanted to right here. We want to go the physical attack speed, though. Let's just roll it. Okay, we'll take piercing winds here. Again, if you really want to push the DPS and make the explosions do even more damage, I mean, it's obvious. An obvious choice is to take Morning Star, use your force shenanigans to make it much more powerful, and then the explosions are going to be doing big damage. Especially if you do the force cheese and get it up really high. But then again, they're going to be doing significantly less area like that. So the idea of this build was the area of the explosions. Okay, and the sheer number of them too, obviously. Base attack speed. You know what? Let's just get it so we can take the higher level stuff for Morningstar here now. Level 9 and 10 is pretty strong for Morningstar, so let's keep leveling, see if it'll show up for us. Here we go. Here's one of them. Base multi-strike and base damage is really nice on these things. We have so much health now, it doesn't really matter if we get hit anyway. We'll just kite around them to make sure the explosions are doing big damage for us. And now we take the extra base damage. Very good. Man, excessively large Morning Stars are kind of hilarious too. Let's just X out of that. Okay, we could also take crit chance over here. Or we could take the attack speed out here. It's quite nice. And base force. You know what? Let's do that while it's on offer. And we'll take the crit chance over here. Now, if you wanted to take this sort of build even higher, Torment, you probably need to put on the wraps and forego the Thorn Fist. But at that point, you're sort of making the build quite different. So that would end up being sort of a different loadout, sort of spec, so to speak. Which is totally fine. You can do it that way instead if you really want. I just thought it'd be really fun to do this with the Thorn Fist as well, considering its physical damage. And you can see the ridiculousness of the build here anyway. Okay, now we take that base attack speed. Yes, thank you. We never did weapon proficiency because the right one's not showing up for us. Now this you can change into physical as well. It does involve leveling it up to level 3 and stuff, so for now we're doing alright without it. Would prefer get our other stuff up to level 10 anyway first, so keep just running into, you know what, I'm just going to use controller for the rest of this one. Alright, so many explosions, just crazy. 40% damage, you know what, let's take the damage on that one. Maybe crit would be better there, I don't know, because we haven't really spec'd that hard into crit here. For the run, okay, we did get the physical attack speed. Very good. That should affect all of our abilities because they're all the physical ones, and our main weapon is also physical. Did we get a pickup? It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, we did. If you look over to the side, blade size and damage is pretty good. Let's just take it. It's not bad. It'll give us access to the level 10 stuff next go around, potentially anyway, if it shows up. Can just hit these for extra XP now at this point too. Okay, I think we want to take speed out of there the most. Attack speed again. We have both attack speeds there. You know what? I think we'll take crit chance though. More DPS output will make the explosions do even more damage. So let's do that. Okay, base damage is good. This one we might go attack speed or base damage. You know what? Let's just do damage. We'll go hard into the damages here. All right. What is our thing doing over here now? Well, we almost got it up to 1,000,000. It's not that. It doesn't look that crazy on paper, but as you can see, it is clearing the field for us like pretty efficiently. I mean, we're leveling and everything. Keep going. Okay, orbs. Do we want to take orb stuff now? I mean, we could. I guess we can take some orb silliness right here. Kiting them around. Now again, to do maximum DPS with the Echoing Band, really you can spec more into Force and stuff. At that point, you probably would want to take the wrappings instead of the Thorn Fists and spec less into max HP and more into just straight DPS stats. But as I said earlier, the size and amount of explosions is what we're going for in this build. Too much fun. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, we got range and area finally show up on this one, huh? We'll take it. Weapon damage, basic crit chance. You know what? We'll take the crit. The viaduct is an interesting stage. +1 orb. You know what? Let's give ourselves an extra orb to work with here. We'll take the scroll up here now. Inner orbit. Sounds good. With such low range. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's because of our thing when we move. Yeah, of course. So we get more range when we're standing still. But the area of the explosions is smaller, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. I kind of like how stupid these balls look when they're this big and this short of a range. How interesting, huh? How interesting. Okay, we'll take area and range on our main, though. We don't mind making that nice and big. Again, something else you could also do is like more attack speed and stuff like that too, but again, this build is more about having fun and being silly. We have the rat ring on too, which what are the rats doing? Basically nothing, but they're proccing the explosions a bit, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, some of the builds you can come up with in this game are just very, very silly. Very fun, but very silly. Let's go for a run down here. Out of my way. And you could also take some more movement speed stuff to make the balls go faster and all that as well, but we'll take some multi-strike here. These bats are kind of tough, huh? Yeah, this stage is also maybe not the best one to showcase the build on too, because there are a few less enemies than some of the other levels, and they're pretty tanky compared to the first few levels. Now, I think the final stage probably has the tankiest enemies. I'm not actually 100% sure on that, but some of the enemies in this stage can be pretty tricky, especially early on in the game. Later on in the game, as you can see, I'm just sort of running through everything anyway. Still haven't got a grabber hand to show up for me here, so I can't really collect everything that's lying around too. But we are almost level 100 anyway, so... I can't even see my character at this point, which is hilarious. Alright, let's keep going on the crit bonus here, I think. I think we're killing the big heads at this point too. Is there only 2 of them left? It looks like there are. Only 2 left. Okay, area and range. Alright, now guys, I also asked the chat in the live stream I did yesterday if they would be interested in seeing a Nuzlocke challenge on the channel. So if you guys are familiar with the Nuzlocke stuff, let me know if you'd like to see me try. I've never done one before, so it'll be a first time experience for me. For those who are unfamiliar, usually people do them in Pokemon games where they basically turn the game into a hardcore roguelike by having permadeath, and if your entire party wipes at any point, you have to start from the very beginning all over again. Looks really, really fun. I find it to be interesting content to watch from other content creators, and I've never tried it before, as I said. So if you guys are into that sort of thing, let me know with a comment. I'd really, really be curious to know if you guys want to see that, because I'm actually pretty interested to try it. Maybe over the Christmas sort of period, we can do that on the channel. I don't know which game we'd start in. Maybe Emerald seems like a pretty nice place to start. It's It's third generation, so you'll probably recognize more of the mons if you don't play the newer games, which I haven't played. I have played a little bit with my my nephews, but I haven't played all of the more recent one. I did go through Sword and Shield with my two nephews when they were like 6 and 8 years old or something. Man, that was super fun. I know the game isn't necessarily everyone's favorite or anything, but when you play it with some young kids, it's a different kind of experience altogether. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in seeing a Nuzlocke challenge. Let's keep going here. We've got 3.5 minutes left. Just taking some DPS stats here at this point to boost up our damage output here. Okay, how is our echoing band? Now we still haven't. It's done some decent damage. Don't get me wrong, but it hasn't gone crazy with the high DPS. Mind you, we weren't you know, we weren't intentionally trying to spike the DPS to farm the heads or anything like that in this run. So it is what it is. If we can get the total damage over 1 billion though, that'd be really, really nice. I don't know what were we up to. I don't know. It won't even reach half a bill probably. Maybe 500 million at the end of the day, but wasn't so much about the damage. As I said earlier, I wanted to make a fun build with this one, a nice silly build. Since the last few ones we did were kind of a little bit more hardcore, serious kind of builds, where you need a lot of Torment shards to get them done. This one you can totally do with less Torment shards than what we're doing here. You do not need this amount of health. As you can see, like, we're sitting over 6,000 health. You really don't need this much. And I think doing a build like this on Ember Grounds or the Haunted Caverns, the first level, man, that would probably be even more effective because there's so many more enemies and they'd all just die in one hit. Or not all of them, but you know, most of the enemies in that stage probably fall over in one hit for you. We can take a Dragon's Breath. We're not going to level it at this point. We've only got 2 minutes left. Alright, well, if you made it this far into the video, thanks for tuning into the Halls of Torment video here. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe while you're there. Now, let me know if you guys are still chasing, like, achievements and stuff like that in this game. As I mentioned in some of my previous content, I am interested in trying Path of Exile 2. It's dropping next week. It really is, it's my type of game, you know what I mean? Depth, character building, you know, end-game content, that sort of stuff is really what I gravitate towards. Now, we've been doing mostly roguelikes on the channel, but I'm not opposed to trying some different stuff. And this one is, you know, Path of Exile 2 just looks super, super entertaining and high quality, so I think we'll give it a go. We'll see how we go. We'll probably stream our first experience with it, and then we'll see how we go from there. And the amount of explosions we have going off here is something else. We could have also put more attack speed on, like I said too, but I went all in on the area on this one. For obvious reasons. How silly it is. Oh. I got a minute left here. Okay, we've got a well, got some fingers, more multi-strike sounds nice. Now we did put a little bit of damage into the shards there, but as I said, I put like more than 1,000 shards just into area and health, so you could very easily spike the damage more on this build if you really wanted to. But sometimes the build showcases aren't just about how much damage you can do, or, you know, maximum DPS or whatever. We've done that already. We got over 100 billion damage. If you're interested in seeing that video, it's on the channel from last week. We got 133 billion damage in a single run. Now, it's definitely possible to get higher, but that was, you know, that was already after several hours of testing and stuff, and that, you know, so I posted that one. That was my best run thus far in terms of trying to spike the damage, but just because you can do that doesn't mean you should do that in every run you do. It can be more fun to do silly stuff like this, in my opinion. And look how many ghosts we have that's coming after us. This is insanity. Alright. Countdown. Oh wait, maybe not. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's see how these bosses go with our silly setup right here. Alright, well, this first one's dying nice and quick. Wow, yeah, he really went down. Let's go. Alright, these guys might take a little bit longer. It's, as I said, not not a strict DPS sort of build. And it won't take too long, though. Look at this. We are taking their health down somewhat, you know, efficiently here. I can't even see the attacks to avoid from them either, which is kind of hilarious. Just running a circle around them for a little bit here. Oh, since we're at the end of the video, coming close to the end anyway, I want to thank everyone who helped get us to the 1,000 subscriber mark on the channel. So it took us probably about 7 months from, you know, brand new channel to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is pretty cool. It's obviously not as quick. I'm sure some people have done it quicker than that, but man, I was a total freshie, you know what I mean? A total scrub when it comes to doing video editing, when it comes to doing thumbnails, and I really didn't know anything about the back end of YouTube. So all of that stuff I had to learn on the fly as we were going. And to be honest with you, I didn't choose the most popular games to pick to start with early on. We could have gone for AAA coverage or something like that. I really tried to break through that way, but I wanted to do games that were well, number one, entertaining to me, and number two, when I started, I couldn't really afford to spend 100 Australian dollars on every new game that came out, so I did focus on the ones that were like, you know, 30 bucks or less-ish, so, you know, a lot of the roguelikes, and, you know, I really love roguelikes and loot games and loot character building type of games, which is why I really gravitated towards this one and Death Must Die on the channel. Let's head up a little bit closer to here so we can save some time. Alright, we'll take your shards as well, sir. I'll just finish this guy off. Yeah, so loot character building type games are really my favorite ones. I don't really, you know, it doesn't have to be roguelike for me personally. So I played a lot of, like, you know, Destiny. I've mentioned before I used to play that a lot. Not really so much anymore, but so yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm super looking forward to Path of Exile. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, we smashed it in the end. Let's go. Okay, over 2 billion, which is nice. Not bad for a build. How did it end go? Yeah, half a billion, so nothing crazy. As I said during the run there, we could have spiked the damage higher if we really wanted to. The Thorn Fists and the look, the Ring Blade's still just carrying anyway. That's kind of hilarious. And Morningstar's pretty good. And, you know, everything kind of ended up helping out here. Look, it's a nice spread across a few different abilities and items and stuff. So that's really nice. Guys, if you enjoyed that one, smash like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Hope you all have a fantastic, amazing day. Take it easy.